It finally made it here. I can't wait to open it up and finally look inside and see our boat in there. It feels so strange to see it pulling in after a year of planning for it and then having it come across for like the past 6 weeks now. And now to finally have it delivered, I can't even describe the feeling.
After 8 years of the nomadic life, involving crossing oceans in a 34-foot Sabre, refitting an aluminum boat, and then taking that to the Arctic Circle, we're back at it again with a brand new build. This is Matt, and I'm Jessica. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and join us every week as we start our newest project of building a 42-foot catamaran from the ground up. Using the freight forwarding company we did, we were allotted 2 hours to unload the container before it was supposed to head back to New York. It was possible to keep it longer, yet we'd be charged an hourly rate once our assigned time was up. So our goal for the morning was to get all the pieces out of the container and place the larger pieces outside before going into their forms, just to get the container on its way as quickly as we could.
Well, we're about 45 minutes into having the container here so far, and we were able to get out some of the smaller pieces. The forms are getting set up in the tent here, but at the moment, we've got one of the 40-foot long hull side pieces that needs to come out, so we're trying to find the best way to suspend it at different points. So right now we've got a tractor that's gonna come and support it from underneath, but we are so thankful and lucky that we have the yard manager here at Kentmore, Alex, to help us. He is operating the crane today. He has got so much knowledge. He's been doing this kind of thing for 10 years, so I think we'd be lost without him, and everyone seems to be working really well together. So I'm not gonna say anything yet, but I think we might have it kind of figured out, or at least we're figuring out as we go along. Oh my gosh, the logistics of trying to get that thing done. I think we stopped and started like 15 times as we tried different options, but for the actual hull pieces themselves, we have decided to get the travel lift out there, which has the sling, so we can just kind of like scoop everything up, back it out, and hopefully things start to go a little bit faster at this point.
Yeah, we're back here. We're still going to need to.
I can get over top of it. I can get it in there now.
Yeah,
let me slack on.
So it looks like I will be the narrator of today's going on because Matt is understandably busy trying to arrange everything. Right now it is just after 2 p.m., so the container has been here for about 4.5 hours, and we're working on getting the main hull sections out. And of course it's slow going, so we're trying to get the strap from the travel lift under it, but before it couldn't raise high enough. So now they're gonna take it down, and Alex is gonna take out one section to shorten it, and I think it can still hold 1,000 pounds. Each hull is 800 pounds. So that will get it to rest on there, because right now as the hull is coming out, the strap can't go high enough to support it, so we got all the guys in the back of the container just holding it up right now. So yes, we're trying to find out solutions as we go. So for the man of the hour, how are things going today? A little stressful there in the back of the container.
Yeah, it was interesting. That is quite the process.
And we're only like 4 hours over our limit now already.
Yeah, yep, so it's an extra $400. Whatever.
Oh. Yep, back to work. Okay, so 4 o'clock in the afternoon now, and we do have both hulls out, kind of resting, and I think all that's left is the bridge deck, which is sitting in the overhead part. We did end up losing Greg because he had a business meeting, and then John left, but I think he's coming back. And we were hoping to start getting the hulls situated in these forms today, but we've got 2 hours until the sun is under the horizon, and I don't think that's going to happen. But because today is Friday, and I don't think they're going to come and get the crane until Monday, Alex has offered his services to us once again on Sunday. But at least hopefully we can send the truck driver back now, because we've been paying overtime now for 6 hours or so. But everything is looking spectacular, so I don't even care, because now we have a boat here.
Alright, set up the boom.
We've got one hull down. It came off of its blocks, but luckily it's the bottom, so it's just gonna get painted anyway. Got some scuffs and scratches here, but luckily it's under the water line, so we are only worried about this part here. So now the guys are gonna try and continue to get the bridge deck out of the container, and then we can get that on its way. We are just at 5 o'clock p.m. right now and have unloaded the last things from the container. Finally able to send it on its way, and as excited as I was this morning to watch it arrive, I have to say I was equally excited to watch it leave, because it took so much longer to unload everything than we expected. We're getting close to the end of the day right now, so
Always just go to the back side of the bowling and break. No. The top of the light vest. Okay.
it's really windy today. So we had just bought one of the side hulls in, and there's blocks on the wall, and we're gonna try and raise it and suspend that out of the way, because we won't be ready to put it on the boat for a little bit. But 300 pounds for that thing. Just moved it in here.
Yeah, a 2-to-1 purchase would have been nice. I didn't realize again that they were blocking both the booms on.
Like a glove.
Yeah, apparently I do need to actually stick it a little higher though.
You know,
Yeah.
quarter of an inch to spare. Dangerously close.
Then you're gonna want to bring it back a little bit.
Yeah.
How's that one doing? Yeah, keep going. Keep going. A Jeep finally does something worthwhile. Oh, just kidding.
How's Summer's gauge on the day? Yeah. And we're not even paying her.
I ate one donut.
Woohoo! It's okay. After this, I think we're going to be heading right over to the restaurant there.
Oh, are we?
It's looking nice. It is now 7 o'clock at night, and we're working on getting the second hull piece in the tent. And then hopefully just a few small pieces after that, and we can all leave here. And we're down to 4 plus Alex. Alex came in on his day off to help us do this. So we're gonna have to think of something really, really good to pay him back with because he absolutely deserves it.
I think you got him now. Yeah.
8 o'clock at night on day 1 of the boat build, and we finally got both of the hull pieces inside, and it feels so nice to have that part started. But we do have a number of things that are still on the outside of the tent. So on Sunday morning, Alex is going to be back, and we should still have the I can't remember what it's called right now, but like the forklift extender. So tomorrow Matt and I will begin to start doing the frames between these two pieces, and then with the forklift we can still get the other necessary pieces hopefully in place and just get that done with. But total roller coaster of emotions today. Excited, exhausted, worried, ecstatic, but it's finally here. We can finally start the build, so the timer begins now. Since it is just Matt and I at the marina today, we're going to take on a few smaller and easier projects before we bring more hands back in tomorrow to get the other bridge deck pieces and things finalized. But there are frames now that the hulls are in place, and we're going to have them go across just metal bars to make sure everything is rigid and where it's supposed to be. So we're going to spend the day getting those in, but we have flipped the heat on and it's quickly warming up to 60 degrees in here, so it feels freaking awesome.
Now this does feel like a big set of IKEA parts. They all are numbered, all these pieces, so 24 goes to 24, this is 29, goes to 29, but it does make it really simple. This will get them where they're all in the proper position. The way we're doing that, we're going to use probably a bottle jack to raise up the hulls and kind of twist them and move them as needed, but we're going to get everything aligned right now.
Speedy.
How do you do? How do you do? Do you want to tell everyone what the plan is to move the hull?
Okay. Our forms, because of one of the things on the other side of this, kind of pushed the hull forms over when we were setting this hull down, the port side hull down. So now we need to move the entire thing over about, in the front about 3 inches, in the back we need to move it about 2 inches. Again, these weigh about 800 pounds. Forms are a couple hundred pounds. So what the idea is, we're gonna jack it up, set it on this little dolly for the front part of it, and then kind of walk that side over, and then set it down, go to the back, do that same thing, and we'll see if it actually works. These are rated for 1,000 pounds apiece. We'll find out. Try pushing. I feel like that was way too far too. But the idea works.
The idea works.
So now we need to go back just a bit.
Okay. You guys are ready.
Same way as we did earlier.
Same thing we do every day. Try and take over the world. So right now we are taking the inside hull pieces and
We need to
Someone flip it.
putting them in the bow. And luckily we've got Jeff back today, and we have Brian and Summer rented for the weekend, so this is our last day with them. And my job, once they get in there and lined up, is to get bolts in the holes here.
Where's the hole? You gotta come this way a little. Yeah, there you go. Got it.
And last but not least, got it. Awesome. Good job. I just covered you with my thumb. Where'd Brian go? I don't know, but my thumb looks good.
Guten tight.
Guten Tag. This is our bridge deck here, and we're going to have Alex come in with the telehandler and get it into the tent. But before that happens, we're using an extra set of hands and flipping it over, since this is the underside. You can see it's gel coated. So we're going to get it flipped over and get everything situated. So when Alex comes with the telehandler, you can just scoop it up and put it right in.
One side is almost down. This side is down.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I did a crazy little kick too when I
Try it.
We've got Alex firing up the telehandler again, and he's going to come grab the pieces for the bridge deck here and put them inside the tent. But we've got the doors open now, and it is amazing the difference of how quickly it starts coming together and looking like a boat. After this point, it's gonna be a lot of nothing, but up to this point, it's just like all together at once, just whoosh, crazy.
You gotta come forward a tiny bit. Come forward a little bit.
Alright, we're down here.
Hi.
Did it?
Yeah, look at that. It actually popped into this position now too.
Oh, it did.
Yep. So when we pull those panels in together, now we just have that little bit of gap to fill.
Yep.
And gel coat, and yeah, it'll be nice and tight when we bolt it all together. Right on it. You've got to come back a little bit. Good, good, good.
Did you guys just go walk under the boat?
We did. You were just saying that feels like an accomplishment right there.
It does. We've got it closed up.
We got a boat.
We do.
Amazing.
Unreal. What is it, like basically like 2 days worth of work?
Yeah, everything from this point forward is going to be disappointing how slow we go. This was the rapid part. Don't throw my hands up.
Matt.
Throw my hands up. It does that.
Matt's hanging out in the salon.
Oh, this is cockpit right here, starting forward or aft. Yeah, salon is all the way from here to here.
Nice.
That's a huge salon.
Things are going so much easier today than they were back on Friday. And again, we couldn't do it without everybody's help here. We're so thankful, but because we're able to get Alex and the telehandler finished by putting the bread deck pieces in, before we go celebrate with the beer, we're gonna put the nose caps on just to see how it looks. So we can't get the doors closed because the tent isn't quite long enough if we want a workspace. So it's just a temporary thing to see how it looks.
All right, just keep pushing until it stops.
Good.
Yep.
There. Oh man. I think we've got ourselves a badass looking catamaran. That is so cool. And just like that, we've got a catamaran in the tent now. I cannot believe that 48 hours ago we were just unloading from the container and now we have all of these pieces here. It is still so amazing to me that we've gotten to this stage so quickly. But of course we could not have done it with the help of everybody that was here on Friday helping us unload, and then Brian and Summer and Jeff coming back today, and of course Alex handling the telehandler. So thank you so much to everybody who lended a hand. Now the real work can begin.
It went so smoothly last time, I don't feel like I can do that now.